What's up guys, Asian here again with another dungeon guide video. This is going to be Arx Corinium. Didn't hit record at the start of the dungeon, so we're going to start about a couple seconds into this boss fight here. This one is Fanged Menace. He has two attacks. The first attack there is when he creates a giant poison AoE circle around himself. Anyone who stands in that circle takes damage and he will heal himself if anybody is within that circle. Second attack is that very large conal AoE tail swipe. You just want to either block through that or avoid that. It's a DPS or healer. So just like all the other guides, we will be skipping past the trash mobs, and once I explain the boss mechanics, we will go ahead and skip past the rest of the boss fight as well. With me here today, I have Reaper and Mac as a DPS, and we picked up a random healer through the dungeon finder. This here is the second boss. He is a giant, normal-sized Wamasu. He has a couple of interesting mechanics. Not all of them will be shown in this fight. I think we're missing one mechanic because we kill him so quickly. First attack is he will breathe lightning in front of him. That targets a random player. Can't really do anything about that as a tank. Second move is the one you just saw right there, where he will randomly pick one player and shoot a line of electricity at them. That will stun the player. You can't break free from that. Again, the tank cannot actually taunt that move. Third move is the one you see there, where he will shake and everyone gets hit with lightning. Again, can't do anything about that as a tank. And the last move that he didn't do, since we burned him down so quickly, is he will randomly pin down one player with a lightning rod. I believe you have to use a synergy to get out of it, or it'll wear off over time. You'll usually burn him down before he uses this move, though. This is the next boss. You do not want to target the snake. Do not target the snake. You need to burn down the Lamia, because the snake is going to be the only way you'll be able to survive any of her special mechanic. So she's going to randomly move to a part of the room. The snake's also going to move to a different part of the room. She's going to do a very large room-wide attack that deals a lot of heavy damage. The snake will form a protective bubble around it. You need to go underneath that bubble in order to avoid any of that damage. Besides that, she doesn't have any other special mechanics. There are a lot of bosses in this dungeon. Oh, here somehow the snake glitched out. Sometimes that'll happen. You just have to burn him down. He won't drop any extra drops or anything like that, though. This is the next boss. She comes with a couple of Lamia ads. Just burn those down. She will summon a spectral Lamia. You can ignore that. Tank can pull her. The DPS should just ignore it because she'll just resummon it. So she'll have one attack, which is that giant AoE lightning ball attack. Tank can't taunt that. It'll randomly target one person. Doesn't actually do that much damage, but it will knock you down, as you can see right there. So just burn down the main boss. Don't ignore the ad. The ad will disappear when the main boss dies. Continuing to move ahead to the next boss, which is the Ancient Lurcher. Comes with a lot of Lamia ads. Just burn those down. He doesn't have... he has one special attack. He will randomly target one player and kind of hit them with a purple poison beam right there. Nothing you can do about it. It doesn't really do that much damage. And then he has the standard Lurcher attacks, an interruptible AoE attack and attack like that. Pretty straightforward fight. And once you beat him, it's a short walk over to the final boss. We're doing this on hard mode. One thing you're going to want to do is one of those three nereids will quickly taunt the boss, so you're going to want to taunt the boss, get ready before they show up. For hard mode, you're going to want to alternate. The tank will stay right where I am in the far corner there. And then DPS and healer can choose to stand either over there or on the island to the tank's left. She has a couple of special mechanics. One move here, she'll summon lightning and create giant AoE circles on the ground. At this point, the DPS can either stay on that far island and heal through that damage, or they can join the tank on where island that he is standing on. This boss is semi-untauntable. She will randomly go up to a person and attack them. She will sometimes do that scream attack, which hits you twice, staggers you the first time. You can block through it though. The stagger will not break your second block. She does have a slight damage reduction while she is not in the water. You can see here the water is being electrified right now. That is due to her mechanic there. While she's in the water, she loses that damage reduction buff that she has. But at the same time, that makes the water unsafe to stand in. If she's out of the water, then the water is no longer electrified, but she does regain that damage reduction buff. So the idea here is to stay spread out, so that way if she does do her scream attack, it doesn't hit everybody all at once like that. There's only one safe spot from the red circle attack, and that's where I was standing. The tank can try to taunt. She will occasionally respond to it, but for all intents and purposes, this boss is essentially untauntable. Overall, she's not too difficult. If you're particularly squishy, you will want to roll out of that scream attack, but she's not a very difficult boss, even on hard mode. One thing to note is, as you move towards the exit, you can jump down into the water here, into this tower, and there will sometimes be a chest that spawns right there, so you have an extra chance at any set pieces if you are looking for any pieces that are in this dungeon. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching. Hope this helps, and we'll see you guys in the next dungeon.